Good morning to those of you who are viewing us online. I want to say good morning to Lisa Frank Phillips, to Renrick Job, Shala Ramsey Roberts, Julia Brown, Brenda Campbell. Good morning, Lisa James, all of you out there looking at us. Robert Mackenzie, my friend on YouTube. Good morning, and thank you for choosing Tobago Updates, the morning show on Tobago Updates. Thank you for viewing with us. I just want to say compliments of the season to you as you continue to prepare for celebrating on Christmas Day. And speaking about Christmas and all the celebrations and activities that encompass Christmas, we're speaking this morning with Dedan Daniel. You know that name. He is the chairman of Tobago Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program, and we are going to do a recap on 2023, and I want to see where this conversation leads. If you know anything, we will culminate with the best part of what has happened so far for 2023. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Adanna, and thanks for having me here.
Right, so we want to have a little recap. What was 2023 like? How did it start? How did it progress? And where we are right now?
Okay, well, 23 for this company has been it started very momentous. We had an action-packed mandate to implement as far as our company is concerned. First and foremost, I must mention, I'd like to give the thanks and gratitude for the Honorable Secretary Natisha Charles-Pantin for nice of the board as we steer the direction for the company for the year. And started off with our core projects, reforestation, where we are stationed in 3 different parts of the island: Argyle, Belgarden, and Speyside. And we engage a total of 150 workers where we do different projects in different areas. So it will include things like trade development, community beautification, reforestation, some aspects of agroforestry. So I've been involved in all those type of activities. One of the nice things about that is that the project, it aligned to some of the Millennium Development Goals, especially as it relates to sustainable development, by engaging women and youth as part of the employment. And because of that, we're supporting livelihoods and also creating a socio-economic impact within the communities in which our workers live. So we are proud of that.
Right, and it sounds it's a mouthful, it's a lot, and it really is something to be proud of.
Yes, indeed.
You know, just engaging people in meaningful employment.
Yes, indeed.
Especially knowing the cries of people, especially coming out of a pandemic where people were affected. So, you know, and the projects are, of course, something that is meaningful, that will help communities, that will help our environment. So commendable there.
Yes, indeed. So other than that, one of the things that we are involved with is because we want to support agroforestry initiatives, we got into an arrangement with the Trees That Feed Foundation out of the United States, and we brought into the country 567 in vitro plantlets of breadfruit. Breadfruit was the chosen crop at the time, and we brought them into the island. We raised them at the Tissue Culture Lab, and I must say congratulations to the staff, Chawanda and Miss Cupid, all the wonderful people at the Tissue Culture Lab, to bring in these plants to be so established now so that they could go into a plantation setting and help to support food security initiatives on the island. So we're quite proud of that as well.
And so this is kind of like nurturing and nursing plants to maturity, so you could plant them out. And as I said, it's a source of food, and breadfruit is one of the, I think is an unsung hero.
Yes, indeed.
Right? And because breadfruit, there is so many nutritional values in breadfruit, and there's so many ways that you can consume it.
Exactly.
I remember as a child growing up, we used to have roast breadfruit every Friday. Roast breadfruit and butter every Friday evening. Yes. So commendable on that as well. And the technology that is being used, even to bring them in, to house them. How does that work?
Well, there was some established protocols first, because the plants that came into the country, they have to go through the plant quarantine unit. And then when it was taken to the Tissue Culture Lab, the expert staff up there did a wonderful job in bringing plantlets into fully established trees, right? And again, congratulations to the staff. So that took several months. We had some fatalities, but that's part of the game. But if you see them now, they're really good, and we want to plant them out at the Indian Walk Estate in Moriah. So there's a 5-acre allotment for that, so that they're going to be going there and going to help in the that whole food security drive. But other than that, we hope to source other plants, some different plants in the country and within the region, and find different places where we could have these growing, so that in the next 3 to 5 years we're going to have a breadfruit and help us support food security, because it's one of those food security crops.
Awesome. That's good stuff. Really, really good stuff. What other programs and projects you are launched or resumed in 2023?
Well, other than that, you could recall in March of that year, in the year, we embarked on the Mainridge Fitness Challenge. We did that to celebrate the 247th anniversary of the Mainridge that we have in Tobago, and to celebrate the vision of the framers of that time, who saw it necessary that we have a protected rainforest. Right? That vision is manifesting itself now in terms of how it supports the livelihoods on the island, how it supports biodiversity, environmental protection, and we have one of the most wonderful places on the planet where persons could come into and visit, and the residents of the island could benefit from in tremendous ways. So we're glad about that. We hosted a whole lot of persons from all over the world in both our actual run, bicycling, walking, as well as a virtual run. We partnered with Baffa Sports at the time to put that event off, and we had hundreds of participants, both in the actual and the virtual run, and that too, it made a significant impact on the socioeconomics, because people have to come into the island, they have to rent a car, they have to rent a guest house, and so we're encouraging this spend. So we're linking what we do in terms of the environment to wider socioeconomic gains for the society.
And that is exactly what we want, because two hands have to clap,
Indeed.
So, each one help one. So providing that that sort of doing that program, of course, expands beyond just the program itself.
Yes, indeed.
So kudos to that.
Yes.
But this company sounds like you all been busy all year.
Oh gosh,
you have
been
embarked on
busy,
so many things.
busy. Yeah. Thanks to the wonderful staff.
I was just about to ask about the staff. How is the cohesion with the staff?
It's really good. In trying circumstances, our staff has demonstrated a high degree of professionalism and dedication and loyalty to the organization, and have done wonderful things. Remember, we have a core staff of only 9 persons, and the amount of things that these 9 individuals, mainly ladies, have been able to do in the space is nothing short of tremendous. I feel really proud of them to see the kind of thing that they do. Hats off to all of them.
Right, and I want to commend you, of course, for your gratitude towards your staff. Congratulations to the staff there
really
at the Reforestation Watershed program. Congratulations to you guys. Of course, we want to talk about the thing that is happening now.
Yes.
What is happening now?
What we have happening now is, you want to call it a crescendo of the year.
That's right.
I will backtrack on some of the other wonderful things we have been doing through the year, but we saw what's happening at the Botanics as an opportunity to give back to the community, to engender a sense of community involvement, to encourage family cohesiveness, and we have been doing that, and quite tremendously, I might say. On a nightly basis, we got an average of 507 persons visiting the Botanic Garden, mainly families, young children, a generation who probably never walked the Botanics before, getting an opportunity in a well-lighted, safe environment to enjoy some good, clean fun, establish memories, have some good times, and it's really wonderful to see.
And what I love most about this is the fact that families are coming together.
Yes.
Not just families, but families in communities, which means communities are coming together. And you mentioned something very significant. You're saying that there are generations that probably never walked through the botanics, and that is so very true. But I remember as a child, we used to love to go to the botanics to play, because back then my mother used to work at the botanics. So when she would pick us up from school, we'll sit there and play, my brother and I will run through the botanics until it's time for her to leave. So it really is nostalgic for me, the fact that this is the venue that is hosting this event, and I love the outcome. I love, you said an average of at least 500 people are coming each night for every event, and the event which caters to different areas, different categories of entertainment, and you're seeing the support that is coming there. And I want to really take some time to commend you, to commend the staff for the idea, and also for seeing this as something worth doing in a time like this. The consistency, every night there's something happening happening, a rotation of good mix of events happening there, bringing out the people and giving them something to do, something to look forward to through this time. And the challenge is on, we want to see what we're coming with next year. Next year we want to see, because it's something that people really look forward to. It's something that I've heard the reviews, I've seen the people there, the experience is just so amazing. And you did mention when you came earlier that the lighting is different, much different to what they've done previous years.
Say or boast that perhaps we have the best lighting display on the island this year. And what has made it even more spectacular is the support of the people within the communities to embrace the initiative. Right? I must also make mention of the sponsors who who saw the value in the event, like TSTT, Ampere, RBC, that is Royal Bank of Canada, Mount Pleasant Credit Union, your station even, yes, who came on board and really supported the initiative. So we really want to thank them. We will also, going back to the secretary who provided the strategic guidance on how we execute this thing and so on, and supported the idea, always supporting the board and the company and the staff, and really grateful for that. And we're looking forward to doing some really exciting things come next year and the year after and the year after.
Yes, and on that note, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about your projections for 2024, because I'm excited to hear what things are happening. So viewers, we're speaking with Dedan Daniel. He's the chairman of the Tobago Water Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program, and he is giving a recap on the things that happened in 2023. Some marvelous programs and initiatives taking place there, the culmination which is ongoing currently at the Botanics. And we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about what is happening in 2024, because I feel as if there's so much to look forward to. And while we go for this break, of course, we invite you to share the live. We'll be back. Welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for choosing us. And we're going to go straight into continuing our conversation this morning, speaking with Mr. Dedan Daniel, and he's the chairman of Tobago Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program. We're doing a brief recap of what happened in 2023 and looking forward to 2024.
Yes, indeed. All right, so just some of the highlights of what we did again through the year. We engaged in tree planting initiatives. We did so with Magdalena, with Signal Hill Secondary, with organizations like TTAL. One of the other highlights, we engaged in a hike and plant event up in Glamorgan, where we attracted employees from organizations like Caribbean Airlines, the TTAL as well, the people in the communities, and we planted 1,500 trees in under 3 hours, right? Yes.
What?
Yes.
You startled me there.
Yeah, so we again, after the whole reforestation effort, some of the other things we involved in, well, I should say, what we intend to engage in going forward, this is really exciting. We are one of the first organizations, an NPO organization, to win a $20,000 grant from the United Nations Development Program to do what we call the Tobago Teas and the Tobago Teas Project.
I find you a little bit humble with that. So tell me again, you all won? Tell me again.
$20,000, right? It's that to do in the Bacatel, Bacalet area of Tobago, Bayleaf, and local teas project. Right, so what we're going to be doing is establishing a lot of plants like bayleaf, fever grass, cinnamon in the communities and also in different estate holdings. And the intention of that is to develop our local teas industry. So persons within the community who have plants and so on could use them. We'll have processing facilities where people come and dehydrate them and put them into bags or whatever packaging options that they choose. And you should see local teas on the market. So it's really to help in the whole health and wellness aspect, to create some employment within communities, again, community engagement, all these things. So it's a wider holistic program, not just only about making teas, but the involvement and so on.
That's right, and of course, I'm sure as well it would be skills enhancement as well.
Yes, indeed, and again, targeting our main target group, women and children within the community. So we want to really provide a source for empowerment.
You know, I'm always very excited when there are new programs and initiatives, especially when you engage young people,
Yes,
because I advocate for young people, and as Julian mentioned earlier in our discourse, once you support, it just takes one person to support a young person.
Yes,
So
indeed.
this program where you targeting specifically young people, kudos to you guys. Kudos to you guys. What else can we look forward to?
Okay, so we're going to be involved in other watershed rehabilitation programs. So we intend at the Mason area where the Mason River is to establish some railings to provide to make sure that the bathing experience, especially if young person, is safe. We don't want no drownings.
That's right.
Right? In the Friend Street area where we did some steps already, we intend to do some enhancements again to provide enhanced access to persons who live within the community, so they could offload their grocery, granny could offload your groceries safely and that kind of stuff. We continue in watershed projects, that is drainage project in the Bacolod area to ease the whole flooding and so on in those areas. We also involved in with BioReach program, mostly like in Corland, where we're going to engage in reforestation efforts to help to protect the environment, promote biodiversity, and all these wonderful things that is good for the environment. And again, we'll continue our core work with the communities and make sure that we have provide a means for employment and livelihood.
It sounds as if you have your hands filled already, and we're not even yet in 2024.
Yes,
but I like it because it's progressive initiatives and programs that, of course, will engage not just employment, but also communities as well,
Yes.
children, women, you know, bring people together, and also ensure that we preserve that type of the skill set that is needed to produce, especially like the teas and whatever other
Yes.
projects you all are doing. So kudos to you. But I know that there's something happening at the end of this year.
Yes, we will be partnering with Tobago Update, right, to host at the Botanics a movie night, which will be free to the public. Note my words, free to the public. So you could come in by your thousands upon thousands, walk with your blanket, walk with your mat, walk with everything for your comfort, and come and enjoy some free movies at the Botanics, courtesy Tobago Update and Tobago Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program. We look forward to that on the 29th. So come out in your numbers to enjoy a movie night on us.
What a way to culminate
Yes,
your
indeed.
year 2023. What a way to culminate. You know, you've been experiencing and enjoying all the nights at the Botanics since they launched, and the 29th is a free night. I mean, even the entrance for the other nights were minimal,
Quite minimal.
right? Quite minimal.
Peppercorn.
You know, and so they just want to give back even further
Yes, indeed.
by ensuring there's a free night, so you could come in your hundreds, in your thousands, as you said, because we already have the hundreds.
Yes.
We have up to 500.
Yes.
So let's double that and come out and support this venture. You know, if you've missed all the other nights, let's try to come out for this night to enjoy together. Dedan, I want to thank you so much
Yes, indeed.
for coming into studio today, sharing your experiences in the watershed units, and also bringing to light some of the projects and programs that you all are doing that is helping us here on the island of Tobago, preserving food and ensuring safety when we are participating in these events as well. So I want to thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been speaking with Dedan Daniel. He is the chairman of the Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program, bringing you insight there. And of course, the 29th, you are welcome. What time do we start on the 29th?
Around 6:30 thereabout. We'll give more details on it. But just before we go, I just want to thank the wider division for the support and the resources to making the work that we do a success. And thanks again to the secretary and the executive at the division.
And kudos to all of you who have a hand in this, making things happen here on the island of Tobago. I know sometimes we have some unsung heroes, but today this is your time to shine, and we want to thank you so much and congratulations for all that you are doing, and we look forward to spending time with you in 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go for a short break, but up next is Dr. Andre Phillips, founder and chairman of Tobago Diaspora Outreach Network. He is up next. He's coming to you after the break, so we're asking that you stay with us, and we thank you for always choosing the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. And of course, before we go for a break, we invite you to share the live. We'll be back.